Welcome to Staying Relevant, the podcast with Sam Thompson and Pete Wicks, who incidentally are two best friends. This episode is going to contain swearing, adult themes, and the occasional consumption of alcohol. That will mainly be by Pete, just to let everyone know.
I don't think I can consume any more right now.
Okay, so water maybe for you, or a Gatorade.
I'm on Gatorade.
He's on the Gatorade.
He's on the Gatorade.
So you know
shit's
bad.
serious when he's on the Gatorade.
It's not going to be good today.
He's on the sugary bevs.
Now, remember, as well as listening, you can watch us now too. The full video is released on YouTube every Friday, and the audio is out every Monday. Now, before we get started, make sure to hit follow wherever you're listening. That will mean you'll be the first to know of each episode. We are also joined by a very special guest today. Now, we don't normally get guests on this show. Normally they say no, to be fair. but we have got our co-host.
Oh, no.
Yeah, co-host?
I'll be co-host.
To him.
Yeah.
No, right?
No, you can't do
Do you want to do the intro?
Yeah, we've got Joel Dommett here,
There we go. There we go.
Come on!
who is the host of the NTAs. We are effectively assistants.
Yeah, honestly, it's an absolute pleasure to have you two involved in the NTAs this year, and you're doing an absolute sterling job. So I love you two so much. I really do. I think you're
doesn't sound
absolutely
genuine,
incredible.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, it's
You're smiling
genuine.
while saying it.
I think you two are. You're like the new Chuckle Brothers. You're absolutely fantastic. You really are.
One of them dead.
Just even look at you. I'm so glad that this podcast is now available for your eyes as well as your ears. Pete's looking like a sort of hipster MAGA supporter. Like you just look fantastic,
Isn't it?
Like
Everyone says that about this hat.
You're an enigma, Pete. You're so beautiful. Yeah, like you're even beautiful when you're covering up 3/4 of your face.
Oh yeah, you don't want to see what I actually look like today.
The beast below, Joel.
Oh,
Yeah.
how do you make it work?
I've
You're like
been dug up.
you're just fantastic. Like, how do you make? You're like, if I wore that jewelry, I'd look like a Greek grandmother.
Yeah, it's the blue, isn't it? It's the sequin
You
blue
look
on it.
fucking fantastic.
It's my favourite.
It's the turquoise blue. I know exactly what you mean.
How do you make it work?
I don't really know. to be
Booze,
honest.
Joel. It's
Booze.
all the booze. Look, mate, you're very, very sweet. You've lied through your teeth then, but we appreciate it. How do you feel that, like, such a big day, such a big event, hosted by yourself, there could be problems with us two on the red carpet?
Oh, no, it's going to be one because you're basically warming people up when they come in. You're essentially the fluffer of the porno that is the
we're gonna whack 'em
NTA.
off.
So we're doing foreplay and you're just hitting penetration.
Exactly.
I love that bit anyway. Foreplay's my jam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cool.
Do you use jam? Is that?
I don't use jam.
Foreplay is your jam. Is the
I've never heard you say that. Why is foreplay?
why is yeah? I've got
I'm
questions.
just trying to fit in, really.
But you're not good at the fucking then.
Well, no, I like both, but I'm going to be honest. I'd be
But
happy
they don't.
to.
Is that what you're saying?
But I feel like you got to get to the foreplay before you do the stuff. That
No,
John's
but
gonna be
I
doing.
understand where Sam's coming from because you're a people pleaser.
Yeah, I am.
Right?
No
and so
backbone.
you just want them to like be happy.
Was it okay? For
and leave with a good experience.
Which
that's
is
what I'm gonna
wild.
say.
Do you know
no
what I mean?
woman that's ever slept with Sam has been pleased.
what do you think? I give them a little, give them a little cheat sheet afterwards. Just go tick if it was okay.
Yeah.
if it was satisfactory.
I feel like maybe like at the sort of your bedroom door, you've got one of those little things that they have at the airport, which have the different smiley faces on. And you go, how was your experience today? And then Zara leaves and goes, medium face.
the red face of the upside down thing, just the absolute livid. Joel, the thing is, again, you've been so lovely, but I actually, we did the photo shoot for the NTAs
Yes.
with you, and we're going to come on to that.
Hold on. We keep saying that we're doing these things with Joel, and it is lovely that, you know, people, and even you're trying to say that we're doing it with you. For the actual NTAs, you'll be inside, we'll be outside. For the photo shoot, you turned up a couple of hours before us, got your stuff done and left.
Yes.
As we turned up. Do you have a fucking problem?
No, absolutely not. I wanted to stay more. I said to them, I was like, would you want some photos together with all of us, all three of us?
Yeah.
And they were like, no. I was like, oh, okay.
No, we're okay. We're going to keep the ruffians away from the...
I was going to Instagram a photo of all of us in our suits, and I just got the photo I had was so bad.
Joel,
I couldn't post it.
We actually, our lovely producer Pippa, she asked you a couple of questions, and this is what the reply was.
Joel, how are you enjoying working with Sam and Pete today?
I absolutely love working with Sam and Pete. Well, obviously, they're the best we could find, and that's also fine.
And how do you feel about being co-hosts with them for the NTAs this year?
Co-host is, I mean, would you say, is it co-hosts? Should I be speaking to my agent? Let's keep them at red carpet hosts.
So, Joel, basically, mate, the question is, are you looking for any help on the stage?
Yes.
I feel like we could come up and do a little bit. If you need it, we could fluff the crowd on stage as well.
Genuinely, I would love that. Do you guys? I feel like we should get you on stage before the show started, right? So before we go live, let's get you on stage to like get everyone ramped up and excited because like we need to get a vibe in the room, man.
I have a slight. This is my 10th NCAs, and the issue that I have is the first year that I'm working it, and I'm normally drunk before I go to the red carpet. This year I've been banned from drinking until after work, so I certainly don't want to be on stage.
And it's welcome to my life, right? It's like the most exciting night of the year for telly, right? It's like the office party of television. Everyone's there. It's so fun. It's an amazing event, and you're working. So I'm stood on stage working, just watching, you know, all of Strictly snogging each other. It's like, welcome to the club, Pete. Yeah.
Hey guys.
It's like, it's honestly, it's such a weird, the most bizarre part of the evening always is when it goes to a break, because it goes to a break and everyone stands up and then hugs and chats and has a lovely time, which they should do. It's really fun. And then you're just like, I'm stood on stage in front of 15,000 people, just like, cool, should I check my texts?
Yeah.
You know, it's very weird.
But this way you're getting it wrong, Joel, and Pete actually is incorporated.
You're telling Joel he's getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I just hear that? Sam, you barely got the red carpet.
No.
You're going straight in for a guy that's hosted 4 years.
Joel, let me tell you a few things.
Wrong.
Okay, let me just tell you a couple of things here, mate, from a seasoned pro like myself. What Pete has done is he's got a little secret compartment made in one of his suit jackets. He's bringing a hip flask with him for the red carpet.
Love
Why would you
that.
put that out there now? Because they're going to search me now.
Mate, he's genuinely doing
I love it. You got a little hip flask going on.
Potentially.
And you got a little bit of hip flask with a bit of Ribena it.
Yeah. It's just fruit soup.
Gotta stay healthy for the Strictly.
Got to stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm going to stop drinking after today.
No, after today. That's what they all say. Yeah, this is my last one.
Yeah.
Says every alcoholic.
No, this is it now.
This is my last one. I would love to. How often do you drink then? Is it a thing that we should address?
Well, I mean,
is it bad?
Joel, I'll be honest with you. I've got a problem. No, I haven't really drunk at all this week.
Okay,
but that's why he's been more annoyed than normal.
No, it's man. We like. You know what? You don't need it. You got enough confidence.
No, I know, but I have a real problem with people. I just don't like them unless I'm drunk. Sober, it's a real struggle, and I think that's mainly down to Sam.
I've put beers in my fridge actually for when he comes round to film a TikTok dance, just so I can get him a little bit lubricated so he can deal with me.
I wish you wouldn't tell people that you get me lubricated.
I do.
So that I can deal with you.
Yeah, but let's just let the people know. When he comes round, I go, let me lube you up.
Lube you up, get you ready for that
what I mean by
foreplay.
that as well. Actually, talking about TikTok dances, mate, we did a couple in our photo shoot, didn't we?
We did a couple of TikTok bits and bobs,
Do
didn't
you
we?
have TikTok?
I do have TikTok, but I don't really use it.
Why don't you use it?
I know.
I don't have TikTok. I think it's shit.
But like again, this is something that I feel like you guys are so good at. Like I was saying to Sam, honestly, you're so incredible at Instagram. Genuinely one of my favorite accounts. The way you do adverts is amazing. If any businesses are listening to this right now,
oh my God,
who are thinking, oh, maybe I want someone to sell my thing, get Sam to do it. The engagement is insane. You're like the way you do it, the way you think about stuff. Genuinely, I think there's no one who does adverts better than you.
So this is why you should do more, Pete.
Yes, when they pay me, I'll do it. I'm just not doing ones for free. I don't understand what you don't understand about that.
Joel, how do you feel about doing a couple of TikTok dances with us at the NTAs?
I'll 100% do some TikTok dances. I absolutely love. I need to tell you about. This is about me saying yes to things. I genuinely love like saying yes to things. I think it's really good.
You're a yes man.
I'm a yes guy, right? And
that's why I came on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it got me here in the goddamn first place. And I'm the opening to the NTAs this year. Have I even told you this? I don't think I have. It's special.
Why?
It's real special. I don't know whether I'm allowed to tell you, but I'm going to do it. Unless ITV decide that it's not good enough and they cancel it, I'm doing a song.
Shut the fuck up. You're going to sing.
I'm going to sing. Because it's really hard
But
doing
not
it.
seriously.
No, like singing. Like I'm singing. I've written a song and I'm singing it at the start of the NTAs.
You're singing an original?
An original.
An original Dommett.
Yeah, but it's like, because, you know, usually I go up and I do an opening monologue that's like jokes about people. It's so difficult for the team and for me to like firstly write the script and get it right and get it sort of feeling like the right vibe for the NTAs. And then when you get there on the night, it's really hard. It's like the O2 is a hard venue to do comedy in at the best of times, but to also do it live where you haven't got the chance to sort of add in like maybe like the right sort of level of laughter if there isn't there and blah, blah, blah. But so you've got to cut for the director. They've got to cut to the person's face and then cut back to me saying the joke and cut. You know, it's like really it's really hard to do.
Never do that.
Yeah. And so I thought I said to them, I was like, maybe I'll just do a song instead of make it like Ann and Decker here and so are they, and make it like real fun like that. And frustratingly, they said yes. And
Did you write it?
yeah, I wrote it with my friend Steve, and it's honestly petrifying, but I just think it's like.
Can you sing?
Enough.
Well, fucking hell, that is in front of 15,000 people.
Yeah,
Fair play, man.
You're not doing it a cappella, there's music to
There's
it.
music. We've got a big band. We've got
Do we get
dancers.
mentioned?
We're going for it. You actually don't, but maybe we should.
Oh, that's
I'm really sorry about that.
painful.
I do, but you're going to come up before the show and warm them up for my song.
Well,
How would
based
we
on the
do
fact that
that?
we don't have a mention, I'm just going to don't clap when you hear the song.
This is why I love the NTAs. I perform, and I'm not even exaggerating here. I perform the whole night to Ant and Dec. The whole thing.
I mean,
It's 2.5 hours.
Dream.
Yeah. And I just
Why
because
is that?
They're such incredible people that they give you because they know what live telly's like. And so from the moment I walk out, I perform it literally all to Dec's eyes.
That's so nice.
And they give you the response that you want, you know, because, you know, a bit further back and you get distracted by people. It's totally understandable because you're all having a really fun time and I totally get it.
What you mean by that, Joel, is you don't give a fuck about anyone but Ann and Dec.
Anna Dec is that's the only approval I
No,
want.
but we'll give you something. Oh my God, Will, let's go.
Yes, lots of laughter, please.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for this year. I think it's going to be the best year ever. With you two warming up, red carpet vibes, the trio, Joel, Sam, Pete, hanging out, best time ever.
I mean, I feel like because you are on our podcast, you sort of have to say that. And I imagine when you do the press, we probably don't even get a mention from you, Joel, because you're a yes man. Whilst we're here, you're saying that, and that's fine. But I will be finding out.
No,
It's not on the cards.
Listen, Sam, I know Sam's very beggy, all right, and he's begged you to be here and has repeatedly messaged you. I've actually
I'll do
seen
anything
him,
for you
but-
guys.
Yeah. To the point where last night he actually called me because he wasn't sure if you were going to be here or not today, and was really panicking about it and said, "Shall I call again?" And I went, "You can't double call. You can't double try." It's been a real struggle this week.
This has been in my diary for ages. My agent called me at like 10 o'clock last night. Are you still up for this podcast tomorrow? I was like, yeah. It's been in the diary for months.
I called
Sam's
Pete
not
and
slept
went
for a week.
I went, do I call him or do I not? He went, no, don't call him because we're working with him and he's doing all these things for us.
Mate.
He went, just stop fucking calling him, stop messaging him. But
You can call me any time you want,
Okay,
Sam.
that's tonight.
If you
No,
call
I
me,
said that 6 years ago, and now fucking look at me.
if you call me past 1 o'clock, I know that Sam's wanting some foreplay,
Yes. Yeah.
which I'm good at.
which he's very good at. He said that.
Joe, do you feel like
I thought you were going to ask if you like foreplay there. I really thought that's where you were going.
When
do
I
you-
was,
do you like football?
I love a bit of foreplay. I'm the same as you. I'm a people pleaser.
I'm a tickler.
I used to work at the Orange Shop, and
It's going.
I was I used to be a salesman there. And when I first sort of understood my first girlfriends when I was like 19 or something, and oh my God, and I used to stand. It was quite a quiet shop. And I used to just stand there waiting for customers to come in. And I used to just do like this with my tongue constantly, trying to like, trying to train it up to be better at foreplay.
Did you ever do that?
You know we're recording this.
Yep. Yep. Sideways, and then sideways.
Washing machine.
Oh yeah. Sometimes when you do the sideways one, and then you go, wait, you're about to experience
The lizard.
Then we go up and down. We change gear.
Yeah, into 5, and then it's a
It's sideways. Up, down, sideways.
flapping.
Yeah.
I never realised how similar you both are. But that there is just like
One of these, Joel.
Come on. Yeah. I know where those hands have been.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know what to say to that.
On Pete's penis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pete, I bet there's so much we could learn from you
There
in
is.
terms of
Oh,
sex.
there's so much.
So gladiators.
Oh, yeah, you're doing gladiators, aren't you?
I did Celebrity Gladiators.
God, that's a big change. Isn't it?
It
That's a
was
segue.
very fun. It was very fun indeed.
I feel like that is a show that like is very well suited to you because you are like
Jack.
CrossFit super fucking duper fit geezer.
It's but you both very fit lads too.
No,
you
he is
know?
not. Fit lad, no.
I'm out of breath going upstairs.
Yeah, he's
Really?
bad. He's actually
I've
really
been to
bad.
the gym in 8 years.
Hey, I can't wait for you to get strictly
Yeah,
fit.
yeah.
You're gonna tell you what.
Or die.
Or
It's
die.
Either one.
I can't wait for you to sort of get fit through Paso Doble.
What's that?
That's
You
one
know
of
what
the
a
dance.
Doble is by now. You must do.
By now, I haven't started.
He starts next.
Don't worry. Paso Doble is a wonderful Domeo sauce.
It does say that, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious.
So who was on Gladiators with you? Rob Beckett.
Rob Beckett, man. I tell you what.
We
mate,
love Rob Beckett.
We do, we
so
like him.
great.
But
Not as much as
don't-
you.
I don't see him as being the gladiator
Mate,
type.
don't underestimate Rob Beckett because he
Little
is
cannonball.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is a little cannonball. You're so right, and it's like he has like a strong
Core.
center of gravity.
Like Leo Messi.
He's low. He's like honestly, he's like Rob Beckett is 3/4 leg, quarter teeth.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's all just like ugh. And so whenever a
Gristle.
gladiator smashed him in the face with anything, he was just not moving. Whereas I'm like a little feather. Whenever they hit me, I was like in the stands. I was awful at it. Genuinely, it was actually quite evenly matched. And
But you won in the end.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. You know when someone goes, it was evenly matched, that basically means they came out on top.
It was evenly matched, and it was genuinely a really fun day. But fucking hell, man, you get there. You sort of rehearse the day before, as in like they take you through the events that you're going to do, and in like an arena when there's no like fancy lights on, it's just like stark lighting. And they have all of the cargo nets and all this stuff. And then it is high, man. That stuff
Is
is
it?
high. It is high. And so me and Rob Beckett were shitting our goddamn pants. And you do not want to shit your pants in a leotard.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that for free.
Did you go full leotard then, did you?
Went full leotard.
Yeah.
And
Do you have anything below then?
it felt fantastic. Yeah, you have like these tiny little shorts on.
Yeah. Doesn't it just go up to your crotch?
That's a swimming costume. Like, but men, like,
Oh, you had a cosy on?
It's like the men's costume. You know, I wasn't dressed like Jet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
Sam, you
you
know
know.
who that is, yeah?
No.
Oh,
Who's
no.
Jet?
Jet was the
Jet was
OG.
Lightning was good as well.
OG. Jet is
Yeah,
who
as with
Pete
Storm.
bases his hair on.
Yes. Actually, it's Wolf.
It's what. But it's the cargo net was the thing that I was just so
We'd love to
scared
do
about.
that, wouldn't we?
I was so scared.
We can't even get a celebrity goggle box though, so I think we're quite far.
Mate, you'd be so good on Gogglebox.
Well, Joe, if you can put in a word for us to be out, it'd be really, really nice. Actually, do you know what? You could put in a word. We
You've
could.
got to stop.
What?
Like, have you just put him on to beg for jobs?
I was about to talk about this morning after that as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, let's go on to that. You might as well beg for that one. You've done this morning this week, haven't you?
Yeah, I did this morning. I did this morning this week. It's very. Sam came on, did the entertainment.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
Doshman anymore. I'm entertainment now, aren't I?
Yes.
Promoted from Doshman.
Yeah.
Do you still have to wear the lycra for that?
No, but I've got it just in case they need me for the late call up. But yeah, I'm now in studio with
Yes.
boys and girls.
Yeah, he's absolutely great. He's an absolute joy. We've got a This Morning dog, and they're very similar.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
it's very great. You know, like I genuinely, it's we love having Sam around.
Do you know what Joel did? Joel threw me a bit of cinnamon roll or something, and I caught it.
Yes.
That was quite cool on camera.
Didn't that look great?
Yeah.
And they
yeah.
cut to you, and you caught.
I caught it in one hand.
On one
Good.
hand.
John, why do you enable him?
I'm sorry. You know what? You know what's amazing?
You're a serious presenter, all right? And what he's going is, do you know what was cool when you froze cinnamon rolls? Like, this is
But it
why
was
you're
something he
not.
included me. Do you know what? So he didn't have to include me in that. He went, do you know who'd love this? Sam! And the camera panned down, he threw it. I was included.
That kid's always included. At the end of the year, he gets sort of like most improved player. Do you know what I mean? It's that one that every year he's just there, but he's never really gonna do anything with his life.
Mate, you did great on.
Do you reckon I can climb that ladder?
But what is in the this morning?
that was
No,
a pause.
I didn't know whether you were talking about the this morning, ladder, hypothetical ladder, or whether you were talking about gladiators
Oh,
again.
you thought you'd just gone backwards?
You thought you'd gone back.
The hypothetical ladder.
Yeah, man,
You know?
for sure. People love you. It's unbelievable.
Tell that to Pete.
People love you both together. and it's fantastic.
People do love you, but what you don't have is talent.
Well, that is true. But do you know what I do? I blink a lot. That's my issue. My biggest issue is my blinking.
So you
actually.
think the reason you're not getting enough TV work?
Genuinely, yes.
Because you're blink strong.
Yeah, I think I blink too much.
Do you really think that?
Because when I get nervous, I just blink all the time. I'm just permanently blinking, and like if anything happens, like for example, when I caught that cinnamon roll, I just felt myself blinking all the time, and I just. Whenever I get anything wrong on my cards, blinking again, and I know I'm doing it, and I can't stop blinking, and I know that's why I don't sometimes get the jobs.
No, I don't.
a serial
think it is.
blinker.
But no, but also, what I should, obviously what you're doing is you're really overthinking things. You're over blinking and overthinking. And in your head you're trying to read these cards, but you're like trying to do it, but all you can think about is the blinking.
It's just so much.
But it's not.
Do you blink? Well, obviously, I know in real life you blink, but like, do you blink a lot? Is it a thing that people do when you're presenting?
I don't even know.
This is
Exactly highbrow. What sort of questions? Sam asked me if I blinked.
I love the idea that Sam Thompson becomes the new Parkinson, and like he goes on and asks questions to Tom Cruise and be like, "Hey Tom, just quickly, do you blink? Do you blink?" These are the questions that you're going to be asking people on the red carpet.
It literally
Well,
will
be
be what
asking
it'll be
like
asking
legit people. David Attenborough. Hey sir, do you blink? This is the kind of questions I want to know. I don't think he's going to be there.
Oh, right.
But he is nominated.
Is he?
He's not. Maybe he will be there because he definitely
Can we make? I've got a question for you actually. How do we? Because this is where we went wrong. This is a duo thing. This is your problem as well as mine. Not yours, Joel. For the listeners, it's Pete's problem as well as mine. You're doing wonderfully. Basically, it's hard sometimes to flag people down and catch them like a fish and bring them in. And I had to run last time. Pete never ran. I feel like sometimes we need to send Pete out as well.
Yeah.
To bring people in.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you should use the fact that you're a duo.
Yeah.
And one of you should be the interviewer, and one of you should be the catcher.
Okay, so Sam is the catcher.
Sam's the catcher.
Based on the
little
fact
candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been demoted from interviewer based on do you blink? But also,
Do you blink is one of my favourite
I'm not
things.
even joking. Last year, he ran up and down the carpet just trying to grab people that hadn't even finished the interviews that we were doing at the time. Oh my God. So he'd get lost in the interview we were doing. He'd ask someone a question and go, "So what do you think about this?" And then he'd see someone else and go, "Move them out the way, take the microphone and run off midway through the conversation." So I think you just need to go. Yeah.
I do know, like, a red carpet, I'd say, is probably the worst place for someone with ADHD. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's so much
sensory
going on.
overload of
People
shit.
coming in, then there's another person will come in, all on a fucking bright carpet.
Yeah.
You know?
And with people watching on the other side of the fence as well.
Man,
Flashes, noise, screaming,
screaming, then like
I can't wait.
mate. This is oh my God, this is absolute.
What are you going to wear? Should we match outfits? We could do that. That's just three-way. We can have a three-way with
Well, I'll tell
matching.
you why we won't be doing that, Sam, is because you've got one tux, but you have had a new one made.
I have. It's blue. It's the colour of your jacket.
Lovely.
What's your colour?
Are you doing DB? Are you going double breast? Or are you going single breast?
He'll go, so you can't pull off a double breast.
You can't pull off a double breast.
What's a double breast?
It's like when it goes across like
Oh
that.
no, I'm doing single breast.
You're going single breast.
Yeah. With a lapel.
They've all got lapels.
They've all got lapels. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. That's what we're doing.
I would love the idea that you just didn't have a lapel. You just went like
What's your suit like?
essentially
No lapels?
a suit with no lapels is essentially a cardigan. Just to let you know.
Sure. So what are you? Okay, what suit are you going in?
I'm going double-breasted velvet black. I'm gonna do black shirt and black bow tie. I'm going full midnight.
That's amazing because I'm going dark blue shirt and dark
Yes.
blue bow tie. So you need to do the same thing.
Yes.
Do not. I've had a suit made. I'm going a bit out there.
Oh, you really?
Should we do an entrance, Joel? Do you want an entrance
Yes.
from us?
Yes.
As in like a little
I don't think you realise what we're doing.
bit part of it.
He'll be in.
Are we on the television?
You'll be on the television.
Yeah, see, we are on the fucking television. You said we're not on the television. We are.
We're not on the television that people watch at home. We'll
Yeah,
be
we
played
are.
into the
Yeah, but-
auditorium, but no one.
Which then goes out onto the television.
But I
doesn't.
I don't see. I don't know. This is the thing. I'm not really sure. I think it just.
Joel, just say we're on the television.
I think you're on the. You will be on the television.
there we go.
That, I think, but you will be handing out an award, and I think it's a real good one. And so, have you thought about what you're going to say? Because that's always the really difficult bit when people come out to give out an award, and they have to say like, "Hi, we're giving out the best
What award are you
entertainment,
giving away?
whatever."
I don't know.
What
We're
was-
doing it. I
Are
don't
we
think
doing it
it's
as a
just me.
double?
Yeah, you're doing it as a
Oh my
double.
God, I'm doing it as well.
I'll come up
with
just
something.
sending me up.
What, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh God, that'd be the worst ever. Right, should we crack on with this then?
I've got
What
a
is it?
question. Actually, seeing as you know so many double acts, right? Should we do it? How many words do you need to say each? So do I go,
fuck me.
and today we are, and then Pete goes, giving away the award, and then I go, two. Like, do we do it like
should-
that?
It's not a nativity, mate.
This is what I want. I want it to be like you. So you don't go too far into the scriptiness of it. Like script a little thing so everyone knows what's going on. But I want it to be like, oh, I'm so excited to be. And then you do your thing where you're like, oh, I'm so grumpy. and then you know, do a bit of that. Do a bit of that.
Oh, I hate it here.
Oh, I hate it, but I like being paid.
Oh,
That
Joel.
will literally be what will happen.
Clip that up.
Because you can't stick to a script or anything. You can't.
And you're angry as fuck.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But it'll be a nice night. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it.
It's what I like about you, Pete, is you somehow make anger lovable.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you do it.
Can I tell you why? Because he's got a little gooey bit here.
Oh, you got
Why would you just
Joey.
grab my fucking Derby like
No. It's as in like it's in there. It's not actually as fat. It's like in there.
It's in there.
And he's got just a gooey centre and it's really sweet.
man.
And he becomes a real softie.
You're a little softy. You're
Yeah.
like a really delicious chocolate, like a
Or like a
hotel
Lind-
chocolate,
like a Lindor.
like a Lindor,
Lindor chocolate.
Lindor chocolate.
What the fuck is happening?
This is
What is going on?
Oh, I've got a question for you, Joel. Actually,
Yes.
quickly.
Oh, that's
God,
good.
I'll tell you what, the editors can have a real struggle with this one. But so, is there a place that like sort of VIPs go?
Are we still talking about the NTAs?
The NTAs.
Right.
Yeah, well, no, but after party vibes.
Yeah, Joel,
Like-
you don't go to the after parties, do you?
not really. I
So
just,
where do the cool people go?
I just get so tired.
No, but where do the cool people go?
I don't really know.
The people in the
Genuinely,
know.
I don't say this to everyone. You guys can come to my dressing room afterwards.
Yeah, but
Because the OT's got a really good, lovely dressing room, and so my family just come back and my wife, and then I stay there for a little bit, and then maybe I might go for a drink somewhere afterwards. But I would love to see you guys. I just come back to my dressing
we're
room.
gonna bowl in. We'll bowl in.
Bowl in, man.
Yeah.
For some reason, every year I've done this, right? 4 years. Every year afterwards, my family come down from the there's like a nice box that they give me, and so I get my family all in the box, and they all come down to the dressing room afterwards to see them. And every year for 4 years, it's been my family and Shane Ritchie. For some reason, he always makes it in.
That is the best like duo I've ever seen in my life.
Every year, Shane Ritchie's just always in my dressing room, and I'm like, Shane Ritchie, why are you here? And he'll always be like, oh, nobody told me not to. I love Shane Ritchie.
I did a show with him once, and he is one of the
He's great.
funniest blokes I've ever seen
He
in
is
my life.
fantastic.
You don't see much of him now, so why does he just go to your dressing
He just
room?
goes to my dressing room. I did, it's one of those things where I was like, I didn't realise you were here. You're now in my dressing room. And to be honest, it's now got to the point where
If
he
he's not
wasn't
there,
there,
It
I'd
would be
miss him.
weird.
I'd
Hey,
miss him.
Shane.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys need to come to my dressing room afterwards, and then we can make a decision on where to go.
that's gonna be
Because I
sick.
reckon Pete knows all the good places to go.
He'll take Stringfellas.
Oh man, I don't want to go to a strip club.
Oh, man.
No, I won't take you, string fellas.
Amazon,
Go
okay.
somewhere. No, we can go somewhere else.
Do you have like an account card at like
He's got
Stringfellas?
slippers.
It's slippers.
Yeah.
You've got slippers.
He's got his own stripper slippers.
You can,
Legit.
you've got your own little stripper
Don't
slippers.
lie.
I don't feel like this is making me sound great, but yes, that is true.
So where do they keep these slippers? Do you arrive and they go, "Good evening, Peter,
Mr. Wicks.
Mr. Wicks, we have your slippers," and then you slip them on.
I just like to go the same place. I like to go. It's like, you know, like what was that show, Cheers, where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like. I
Yeah.
like to go places where I know people and it's nice. And
Have you thought about getting a girlfriend who knows your name?
I mean, that would probably be the annoying thing, Joel, is I take dates to Stringfellas.
Do you take dates to Stringfellas?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's fun. That the pity in Joel's eyes. When he said,
Joel for a minute
"That's
there
fun."
literally just went, "Oh God, you're sad."
Yeah.
No,
with his eyes.
No, I
Yeah,
do understand it because
I'm
it's
pushing
like,
40, and yeah, it's yeah.
see that, but you look good, man. This is the thing
take
about
off the
you, Pete.
glasses.
You've got such an incredible face. Like, you're so unplaceable in age. Like, you could be
'Cause I've looked
23.
40 since I was 12.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could be like 85 and look great. I have no idea.
We saw a group of girls yesterday, and they walked past, and then they stopped, and they turned round, and then they walked over, and they basically said to us, and they were like, "Oh, Pete and Sam." And we were like, "Hey." And then basically they said to Pete, they were talking to him about stuff. And then I turned round to them, because I had my back to them at the time, and I turned round to them and I said, "Pete's 38.
You're going to get to it.
What do you mean?
You're going to get to the point of that. And then the girls, and they walked back 2 steps, and then one of them walked forward 1 step, and then one of them looked at me, and then the other one saw Pete and said, "That's Pete." And
just
then the other
setting
one
the
said, "That's
scene.
Sam." So basically, he told them I was 44, and they didn't think
That's it,
where you were going.
yeah. That's it. When I was saying he's 38.
But do you know what the maddest thing is? 2 minutes later, a better story happened that you've just completely gone with. A security guard came out and
yeah.
went, "Are you Russell Brand?"
And then actually very rudely, Pete told him to fuck off, which wasn't very good. But it's good. Well, Pete's got a stick collection.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You got a stick collection, Pete?
No, I used to collect sticks as a child.
You still, I love that you caught yourself saying that. You used to collect sticks as a child.
Yeah, I only found this out literally yesterday. Pete used to collect sticks as a kid.
I don't really like toys, but like I like
Knives.
sticks.
I know what you mean though. There's there is little better than a good stick. You know, when you find, like, growing up in the countryside, I absolutely know what you mean. When you find one that's just got like the right shape to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't grow up in the countryside, and that's why sticks were a novelty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas
so
mine, they
I'd
were
be-
everywhere.
If I could find a good stick in like Vicky Park and that, I'd be like, "Oh, this is fucking
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've found a good. I'm keeping that."
Well, whenever I was in the jungle, I found a really good stick and I carved it
Yeah.
and made it, and I basically spent the first week carving a stick.
I love sticks.
But this is amazing because you both did. Don't try and get on our shit.
I love
That was between
sticks.
me and Joel.
I
Like,
just-
you can't. You tried to take the piss out of me for sticks. Joel went, "I like sticks too," and you went, "Yeah, me too." You are such a little bitch.
Yeah, but I just feel like you were having so much fun with your stick, Jack.
Mate, if there's anyone who would love a stick, it's Sam Thompson.
Do you know what? I love a broom.
Yeah, oh, mate,
love
my
a broom.
Wild, my 11-month-old, he
broom.
loves a broom.
Yeah, man, there's something about holding a broom.
You can buy all of the presents in the entire
Makes my
world,
broom.
all of the toys. He just fucking loves a broom.
How old's your son?
11 months old.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah.
No, you still have that innate feeling in you that you love the feeling of a good broom.
Yeah.
That sounded like I was
That's
holding
a
my
good-
penis, but it was a broom. That
What do you do with this broom?
I just run around with it.
Don't even
Over my
sweep.
sholdder, actually. No, I don't even sweep. I just like have
You
it.
could kill 2 birds with 1 stone and save on the cleaning.
Because
bill.
that's not as fun, because then you're like bending over.
Oh, you like to stand up with the broom?
Yeah.
Bending over ruins it.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking
No, I
about?
don't know. But actually, that's a good point, actually. We should, on a more professional note, we did the jungle.
We did do
both
the
of us.
jungle. Yeah.
And I just feel like, we've survived in the wilderness, really, haven't we? And I feel like that's got to mean something when you're sort of like trying to be a presenter. We've survived.
That is the weirdest segue I've ever heard. You didn't know where you were going with that.
Not a
We've
clue.
both done the jungle.
Not a clue. Not a clue. My cards are down there. I haven't got a clue what I'm saying. I haven't got a clue where we are.
Why don't we just go back to the jungle?
Okay.
so great.
So
So just, can we sum up some quotes so far? Joel, do you blink? That's my first favourite. My second favourite is, we've survived in the wilderness. That's got to help as a presenter.
I don't know where to go with that.
No, but I know what you
fucked
mean.
to the NTAs.
No, yeah, absolutely going to be fantastic. I know you mean, It's absolutely amazing.
Joel, try and take this. Joel's so polite. He's going to try and make this and say, no, I'll tell you what, the skills you learnt by the fire, really.
Do you know what I'm really enjoying? Why don't you just ask a question about the jungle?
How was it for you?
There we go. That'll do. That'll do.
There we go.
And just lean back and
Oh, no, but you did it so long ago. He's over the jungle now.
No, I genuinely loved it. It was an amazing experience, and it's just a mad thing where you're like, oh wow, I'm in the telly. You know, you're like, I'm like on this set, and you're like, oh, this is incredible. And you know, just being near people like Ant and Dec, you're like, oh, this is just.
They have an aura, don't they?
They have an absolute aura.
You have that aura, by the way.
Stop it.
You do. But Ant and Dec, when you meet them for the first time
mad.
in the flesh, right, and they're in their element, and we were on the top of that building, and they just come upstairs, you're like, holy fuck, this is like,
It's mad.
Mate, they have an aura that I don't think anybody else can match. Like I could meet Jonathan Ross, it wouldn't touch the sides of what that's. But like,
No offense, Jonathan.
yeah, but well, I'm never gonna cross paths with Jonathan Ross. But
Yeah, you will.
but having said that, like I just feel like the aura they have helped me.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I'm enjoying this so much. Honestly, the hangover is slowly disappearing right now because this is it's fabulous to watch you work, Sam.
I need a pee.
I honestly, where were you going?
You're the kind of person, Sam, that I can't imagine. Like, the idea of you standing still and weeing for 30 seconds is hilarious. I imagine when you wee, you just you stand there for 2 seconds and you're weeing, and then after about 3 seconds, you're like, ah, fuck it. And just wee all over the place. You're like, I'm bored. I'm bored.
Well, actually, I do a sit down wee.
Do you do a sit down one?
I sit down wee, yeah. Not all the time. Why have you just crossed your legs?
I'm genuinely enjoying this so much.
What?
I've never seen Sam this weird and awkward. I don't understand what.
It's when I meet my heroes, I just get a little bit weird.
He was genuinely quite nervous, and this is my favourite thing. I tend to be quiet when Sam is in awe of people because it's the best thing to watch. I could literally just sit back and watch you because you are a fucking mess of a human. It is like you have got your thought process goes out the window. You've lost it.
Can I tell you why you're so lovely, Joel?
Go for it.
And I genuinely mean this, right? Is that not that I wouldn't mean it. I mean, I'm
please
never
do.
nice.
This is so
Just
nice.
go with it.
All right, fine, yeah, I had to back myself there. So you're so nice to everyone.
Thanks, man.
And we said this about him, didn't we? You're so lovely. Like, there's no reason for you to be as nice at the NTA photo shoot. And he literally goes, guys, come in. Like, come over here. You take a photo with us. We're like, mate, do you mind if we do this, like, little TikTok or do a little Instagram story? Like, you say yes straight away. Like, you'd have just said you're a yes man. So I don't know if that takes a little bit of a way.
No, but also,
But you say yes to doing this, mate. Like, you say yes to doing absolutely everything. It's such a lovely fucking trait, mate.
I just don't understand why people would not be. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand. Like, this is such a privilege to be doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's so fun. And it's like, I just genuinely love my job. I wake up every day and I've like real thirst for like what's going on. And I think it's, you know, people in this industry who aren't nice to people.
There's some dickheads.
There's some real dickheads, and I genuinely don't understand their mentality of. I feel like it's getting in the way of them having other jobs and things like that. I'm nice just for the sake of like, if I'm shit on a job, then people will be like, you know, if I'm
At least he's nice.
At least he's nice. You know, I try and turn up on time and be nice. So then, you know, if I'm not funny, people are like, well, he was prompt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Did you ever imagine you'd be doing what you do now?
No, I really don't. I still don't. I mean, I'm one of those people where I feel like it's going to fall apart at any moment. So that's,
Welcome to
you
the
know,
party, Joel.
just constantly, like, I'm excited one day to sort of feel relaxed and.
That day will never come, by the way. I know it won't.
I know, but I feel I try my best to like pick jobs that scare me. I feel like that's an important thing to do.
Yeah.
Things like the opening song, that's obviously a thing which is like out of my comfort zone and a bit scary. And I think it's important to do those things and go like, oh, okay, cool, I can do that, or I can't, and that's also fine. And just
Place to
challenge
risk it,
yourself.
though, isn't it, mate?
It's very
You know what I
risky.
mean? If you're going to go for it, you've really got in there.
Yeah.
There is literally nowhere for you to hide with that. Don't want to put any pressure on,
And you
mate.
know you're going to have Pete now going, that was shit.
That was shit, mate.
And worst
Should have
of all-
stuck with the monologue.
And worst of all, it's the opening. So if you fuck
Yeah, I
that,
know.
it's really going to set you off for the rest of the night.
I know.
Were you
man.
really nervous for the first ever one you did?
Sort of, yeah. I'm very weird with that stuff where I try and really boil it down to what is actually controllable. That's the way I like to like present stuff. And when I do stand up and all those things, so like it's like when I do like the NTAs, I just go, it's just reading. So I'm just reading the auto cue, and that is it. And obviously there's other things involved. There's someone in your ear. You've got to make it look like you're not reading, and you've got to enjoy it, and you've got to have fun and all that stuff. But I just try and block out the fact that there's like 15,000 people there, and there's everyone who works in telly, every producer, every good presenter, every, you know, everyone from Strictly, everyone just looking up at you guys, and just block all that out, and then just read. Just read.
Yeah.
Would you ever think about doing the Brits?
I do, yeah. I suppose I do the NTAs, so I suppose there's no crossover because it's the same channel. So, but I would love to, genuinely.
I think you'd be fucking brilliant at that.
Yeah, it's live TV is such a die-in breed of thing that I love. That's why I love doing This Morning. I think it's like so fun and like reactive, and it's so brilliant, and just you know, it's why I like comedy in that way, that like doing stand-up it's so different to like presenting a show. Like when you go and do a quiz show or whatever, and you do it, and then they edit it up and do all the different stuff to it, and then in 9 months' time it comes out on telly, and you go, okay, cool. When you do stand-up, you like think of something in your head, you say it out of your face, and then people go ha ha ha, or they don't. In which case, you know whether it's worked on. It's so reactive. I love it.
When was the last time you did stand up?
I still do like last night, night
Like
before last.
literally,
Yeah.
Like you're still like out go what sort of places? Are you doing like?
All over, really.
Are you redoing a tour? Are you going to do a tour?
Yeah, I'm going to go on tour next year.
How are you going to do that? You've got so much TV shit that you're doing.
Yeah, you just sort of book it around stuff as much as you can. But it's I love doing stand up. Like it really like makes me, whenever I feel like confused about things, about like, you know, if a show's got cancelled or something, I'm like, oh, what do I do? It's all going to fall apart. Like we were saying, when you feel like, oh my God, it's all going to fall apart. I'm never going to, it's all going to, I just go and do some stand up, do some new stuff. And I just go like, oh, this is what I do. It's fine.
Yeah. That's like your base layer.
Me.
That's the stuff that like keeps you equilibriumized.
Yeah, exactly.
I looked at you because I got scared that isn't a real word, and then you were already looking at me.
Because it's not a real word. It keeps the equilibrium.
It keeps the
Use the equilibrium.
It's an E, not an
Yeah.
No, it's the equilibrium. What did you say? Eyes at the end. Yeah. No.
It's like I genuinely and also I think it's important to have lots of different little things going on, you know. So it keeps it all interesting.
Mate.
Well, look,
Keeps it all
Joel,
interesting.
you know, us This Morning is we really, you know, that live TV stuff I understand completely. You know, when you're doing the entertainment section, it can get a little bit rowdy, and you know, you've got to fucking find the equilibrium and all that kind of stuff. You do.
You did.
You wouldn't know, Pete.
You know?
No. I wouldn't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
When I looked over when you were doing the entertainment section, you were talking about Taylor Swift. I looked into your eyes and I was like, that guy's equilibrium eyes.
Yeah. Oh, he is. You know, you obviously did the Masked Singer.
Yes.
And when you got that must have been a career-defining moment because, you know, on a very much smaller scale, whenever me and Pete get anything like big, we're like, I think I've had 2 career-defining moments.
What are they?
One was The Jungle.
Yeah.
And the other one was working on After Sun.
Yeah.
Because I loved After Sun. I love Love Island, and getting like the call up to that just from doing little Instagram stories is fucking awesome. And then another one, obviously The Jungle. I've wanted to do The Jungle for my entire life.
Yeah.
So, like those 2 are my like career and life defining things.
Yeah.
Now for you, and I imagine don't be like.
I'm genuinely. I
probably,
genuinely feel like you might be getting to an actual question.
I feel like Strictly's probably the same for you, right? It's like a life and career defining thing.
We ain't started yet. We'll have to. Won't we? I'll let you know when I finish it.
But it's
Obviously, The Jungle was great for you. You fucking won it. If you'd have gone out in the first week, it would have been career defining, wouldn't it? Very easy to look back on that and go, honestly, it was brilliant. It was just so blessed to have been there. If you'd have gone out in the first fucking week, you'd have gone, well, that was shit, wasn't it?
Oh,
True.
It's unbelievable.
But I feel like on a different playing field, that must have been one of those moments for you.
It's not a different playing field. That's the thing. It's like we're all in the same.
never
We're on the
hosted a
same
thing in our
playing
lives.
field. It's like you know, we all look at people in different. Like I really love that you look at me and go like, oh my God, he's hosting the Masked Singer. It's really cool. But I look at you guys and I go like, the way you make content is absolutely incredible.
See, we are digital geniuses.
Like genuinely, like I'm so shit at that stuff, and I wish I was better at it. And there's
Do you
so
wanna
much
trade?
to learn. Yeah, man. It's like there's so much to learn from each other. So. I think I mean it really was amazing when I got my singer, but you don't know that it's going to be a hit. Like we've all been involved in
because
stuff.
when that like show first came over to the UK, on paper, I would have gone, what a load of bollocks.
Yeah, but you hate TV.
No, but like it sounds ridiculous. Like, who are you going to get to actually do that? Like, do you know what I
man.
mean? It sounds ridiculous, and It's just huge.
It's massive.
Where did it start? Was it Korea?
It was Korea. It started in Korea, and then it got really big in America, and it was one of the biggest sort of opening series of a show in America in a long, long time. And then they brought it here, but it was a mad thing where I remember getting the call, and I'd done this ITV2 show, and I'd done Extra Camp, and I'd done all those little things, and
did that with you.
and yeah, exactly.
Really
you were very good on Extra Camp.
Thank you.
And they used to they said, "Oh, we'd like you to do to host this show. Be up for it?" And it was, you know, they showed the clip of the American one, and I was like, "What is this? This looks mental.
Yeah,
this looks absolutely mad." And the first day of filming was on the day of my wedding.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and so luckily we managed to sort of figure it all out and move the whole block of filming back 2 days. And so it worked with everyone and it was okay. But otherwise, if they didn't do that, I wouldn't be doing it. You know, and I don't think I'd be sat here now. So it's like, and, you know, like you say, it's like, you never know what's going to become a hit.
When it became a hit, were you like, yes?
Yeah.
Was that the moment then, the career-defining moment you went,
I suppose so, but like we said earlier, I'm never comfortable. So I always feel like it's all going to fall apart all the time. And I think that's just
That's what
thing.
keeps you winning, though. Genuinely. I genuinely believe that because you're never relaxed, mate. You're always looking to better yourself and better your profession as well, mate. And that's why you keep rising and rising. Oh, fucking hell. I think I heard that from a different podcast. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
we didn't know. You could have just left that as your own.
Well, yeah, but I was quite impressed with myself there, to be fair.
You surprised yourself.
I did surprise myself a little bit. But, mate, that because it's probably the biggest Saturday night show, isn't it? Like,
no, I mean, you know, Strictly's huge, and like I'm a Celeb is absolutely massive. But
it's
like,
a different show to those. It's like a light. I know the others are light, but it's not like a reality show.
Yeah, and it's nice because it kind of almost changed telly a little bit. It kind of made it go from the era of X Factor, where it was like, oh, it's sort of this is someone's journey, and look at how amazing they are.
I've seen it all before with X Factor, all that sort of stuff, and it's a reinvented format of
exactly
just something that you're like, what?
It's fucking mental.
Yeah,
it's just
it's so
silly and stupid, and we can all enjoy it as a family, and you can just go like, you know what I love about it is that people go like, oh, what is this rubbish? But I think Grandfather Clock is Glenn Hoddle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We get that all the time.
It's so fun, and it's just like not cynical. We're not trying to change the world. We're not trying to make people cry. We're just trying to like have a laugh.
They take people away. That's what we do digitally on a very small scale. And it's the same thing with that kind of show where you just try and take people away from fucking, like, the world's a bit shit at the moment. It's just nice to just clock off for a little bit, right? And just fucking...
You know, the world is mental.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane what's going on. You read the news and you go, oh my fucking God, we're so lucky to be here. And what telly is just a little bit of escapism, and it's escapism in different ways and different forms. But like that's why I love Masked Singer. It just feels like a real sort of bubble of escapism for people.
If you were gonna be on Masked Singer, what would you sing?
Ooh.
And what would your outfit be?
It's a brilliant question.
Brilliant question.
I'm sure you've been asked that a million times.
No, don't you worry.
That's a yes.
He's got it in the bag. But like, do they pick their outfits?
Yeah.
Or do they just get given them?
I think it's a mixture. I think depends how early they sign on to the show. If they sign on quite early, they might get a sort of be able to sort of
someone to
have
make it.
Yeah, someone will be able to make what their idea is.
They just get whatever's in the cupboard.
Yeah. Exactly that. Exactly that. I wish I could come up with a better answer to this. But is Cause the sponsor of this podcast?
No, we just like a call.
They're all placed beautifully facing the front.
Yeah, with branding straight down the lens.
Very much down the lens. I would do it dressed up as a massive Pete Wicks. Just a huge Pete Wicks, and I would come out. He would have a big head. He would have a cigarette out of the mouth. It's always smoking, and it would just be like, oh,
just puffing away
all the time.
You'd sing some old Deirdre song, I imagine.
Old Deirdre song.
Oh, when I was a Londoner.
Oh.
I don't even know what that is. I think I made that up. That kind of
wish
song.
I was in London.
I would love that.
That's a fucking good answer from Joel. Actually, I really don't know. I would like to be... Well, penguin's my favourite animal.
Oh, that's good.
So I'd like to come out as a penguin.
Yeah, penguin would be good.
Yeah.
Why is penguin your favourite animal?
I don't know. I just like the way they waddle. Yeah, and they just like... And... No, but genuinely...
Do penguins blink?
They do blink, and actually, funny enough, an interesting story about penguins is they mate for life, and the way they find a mate is by finding the perfect pebble and dropping it at the feet of their proposed mate. And then another interesting fact, actually, is a cousin of the penguin, or I don't know, that's
Like chicken?
no, but like a family member. I don't know. On like, if it was on the family tree, it's like.
Well, like the uncle. What do you mean?
No, it's another bird, but I'm sure at some point it's crossed paths DNA wise with the pigeon. But the sorry, the penguin. so no, the reason I was saying that is just the pigeon. I've got a thing about pigeons.
You got to think. Do you like pigeons?
How have we gone from penguin to pigeon?
So listen to this one, right? Have you ever seen a pigeon chick? Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Yes, they're the fluffy ones.
No. When have you seen a baby pigeon in London? Exactly. I'll leave you with that. I know. I fucking know.
But what was your point?
Oh no, it's not really a point. Joel, it's been a real pleasure having you
Dommett here on the...
Oh, it's been an
I mean,
absolute
look,
pleasure.
there's a lot of people obviously listening here who aren't in the industry, obviously, but like, it's such a joy to have you here. You are the nicest person.
I love you guys.
I just love you.
I'm very excited for you to be a part of the
You're a
NTAs.
really good guy.
I love you too,
I
man.
feel like Joel is going to leave this podcast, call the NTAs and go, find someone else.
Why are you
chuckle button,
grasping at your knee like that, Joel? I don't understand.
By the, like, get me.
He just wants to go, I think.
Joel,
No,
thank
I
you so
genuinely
much.
don't.
But I want you to know how
weird is it
great
that
you
we've
are.
all worn
Jeans,
the
like jeans.
same colour jeans.
Yeah. Do you think this has been a good interview, Joel?
Oh my God.
I think it's been a good interview.
Thank you.
I genuinely think
If
it's a
we
good
were doing
interview.
that face thing at the airport, would you slap the green one?
I would slap the green face. I would absolutely slap the green face.
Thank you very much.
I need to tell you about the time that. Sorry, I know the podcast.
Go, shoot from the hip.
That Pete sat behind me at Wimbledon.
No.
Did I tell you about that?
Does Pete even know?
Oh,
that?
yeah. I have to remember. Yeah,
Mate, this is so funny. Let me tell you, I absolutely love tennis, right? And I go to
So do
Wimbledon
I.
to watch
We
the
should
tennis.
play.
No,
I love going to watch the tennis. Let me tell you this: Pete Wicks does not go for the tennis. He was absolute. I think the word is chirpsing. He was absolutely chirpsing a girl behind it.
Do you tell him shut up?
And it was literally like this amazing match. Like, it was such an incredible match. It was just
Was it like the semi-final?
It was the semi-final. We were all so in it. It was, you know how
wasn't it
everyone's
Andy
so-
Murray as well?
I think it might have been Andy
His
Murray.
last ever Wimbledon match.
We were all just enjoying it so much, just like, oh my God, it was so tense. And all I could hear behind me was like, you know what? I like to go down here standing there with fucking... just like, shut the fuck up, Pete Wicks. This is Andy Murray. He's having the greatest time ever.
Did you turn around and say anything?
No,
It's
no.
too nice.
I was too nice.
I was just knocking back the pims for it because I don't really like this, but I like the day. It's a
You
nice-
like the
Wimbledon's
day.
a really nice thing.
And Joel's just like, this fucking guy behind me.
No, it was genuinely, it was a wonderful thing to listen to, because I was like, this is how you speak to like women.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This is
It's
how you
wild,
like
isn't
chirp.
it?
This
I know.
I could like feel
On the chirp.
being won over by this beautiful
But that's
man.
also wild because also Pete, I think, goes into these things as an underdog because basically it's Pete Wicks, Lothario that is, right? And he's not like that, but like that's the perception.
Yeah.
He goes in as an underdog, and then he's got to rein him in.
Yeah.
I don't know if rein's the right word. He's got to reel him in. That's why he's got to reel him in.
He's got to reel
and,
them in.
and so you got a real time performance there of how to turn a girl's opinion
It's unbelievable.
against sort of like this guy does this with everyone to, oh my God, I'm a lucky lady.
I think she just wanted to watch the tennis, to be honest.
Yep.
And you're in her ear going like this. No, but I really like it.
Anyway, Joel, thank you so much for being here. We
a
really
pleasure.
appreciate it. I know Sam has begged you about this for God knows how long.
No, honestly, it's a pleasure to be
Thank
here.
you
It's a pleasure
so
to
much.
witness the Bants in live.
You've honestly been just such a nice guy.
Oh, it's a
You're just
pleasure.
such a lovely
Tune
guy.
into the NTAs on the September the 11th.
Nice plug.
At 8 o'clock on ITV1.
Where we'll all be on the television.
We'll all be on the television. These guys are going to be fantastic on the red carpet. I believe in you dudes. And it's honestly a pleasure to have you involved. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, thank
Should we
you.
give him a clap?
Do you want to do a clap?
Yeah.
Let's do a clap.
That was nice.
Joel Dommett, everybody!
Yeah.